Yo, what up, YouTube? So I was just driving and I was just thinking, thought about this time where I did the most balleristic thing that I've ever done in my life. So I just felt the need, I just felt like I'd share it with y'all, you know what I mean? So this is the story of the most ballerist thing that I've ever done in my life. Basically what it was is one time I bought rented out a whole half of a floor in a hotel. I know a lot of people, you know what I mean, probably get more money than me and probably done something crazier before. But for me, that was it, man. Me being a wind turbine technician, I worked with this really fat guy one time. Like in my profession in the wind, you can't be over 260 pounds because, you know, we got a weight limit because, you know, we climb, we use harnesses and things like that. Those all have weight capacities and stuff like that. So, you know what I mean? But this new dude came and he was fat. He was a Mexican dude. And he was fat. He was big. You can look at him and you know he well over. He probably in the 300s, B. I ain't gonna lie. He was, though. He was 300-something pounds, man. And, you know, some big dudes got it. Some big dudes can do it. You get what I'm saying? So it was just like, we ain't count him out. I know I didn't. Like, we'll see what he got. You know what I'm saying? My bad. So, of course, he gets put on my crew. It's only a crew of 3 men, including myself, as me and 2 other dudes. He was one of them. And his first time trying to climb up a wind turbine, he was dying, man. He wasn't doing very well his first time trying to climb up. Like, you know, we walked inside the turbine. He walked up to that ladder and seen it and looked up and seen how far it go. And I saw the fear in his eyes. But I'm telling him, as the crew lead, I'm telling him, like, man, you'll be all right, man. You got it. I told him, like, ain't no rush up there. Like, ain't no rush, man. Like, you know what I mean? We could take as many breaks as you want to. I told him it's 3 decks. And the tower that we was in, it was 3 decks before you get to the top. So I told him, like, man, look, we can take as many breaks as you want to. We're going to get off on each deck. We're going to get literally detached from the ladder, get off on the deck and just rest, drink a bottle of water. You know what I mean? I'm coaching him as best as I can. But just due to the fact that the shape that he was in, he was having a hard time. About the 2nd deck I think he was at, the boy was like, he was done. He wanted to quit. He wanted to, like, quit the job, like, climb back down, get back in the truck, go back to the O&M building, get in his personal vehicle, go back to the hotel, pack up his shit, go to the airport, and go home or some shit. Like, you know what I mean? He wanted to go back home. I don't want that to happen on my watch, man. I want to try to push you as, you know what I'm saying? It'll be well worth it in the end, you know? So long story short, you know, he got up there. I talked to him. We took a lot of breaks, but he did it. He got up there. And he came to work every day. Fast forward, this was a 9-month project, all right? So this was his first day. He was there for 9 months. You know how much weight that boy lost in 9 months, man? Crazy numbers, man. Crazy numbers. So fast forward 9 months later, we've constructed, we've installed these 100, or was it 99? It was 99 Axiona towers down in South Texas, near Brownsville, all that. Harlingen, to be a fact. Shout out Harlingen, man. Shout out the whole SPI, man. Shout out the whole valley. But if you don't know about the valley, man, I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. Shout out to the whole valley, man. Harlingen, all that. Mercedes, McAllen, the whole valley, man. But we finished the project. He came up to me at the very last day of work and just, thanked me. Gave me a big old hug, little speech. Like, man, thank you for pushing me that, you know what I mean? Because now he's standing here a lot slimmer. Boy, in shape, man, looking good. Now he climbing towers, no problem. I wouldn't say no problem, but you get me? You're definitely getting up there, no problem. I said it again. Listen, though. He was like, so this was our last day of work. Like the next day, niggas just flying out, flying back home, going wherever. Like it's been a long project, you heard? So he said, I'm throwing me a party tonight. Like we getting off work. It's probably about 5 o'clock, probably a little bit earlier than that. It's probably about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And the bull went, he said, I'm throwing a party tonight. Cause 9 months of working, you done saved up you a pretty penny. You get what I'm saying? So he was like, man, I'm throwing a hotel party tonight to celebrate that I did this. He didn't think he was gonna make it, but he did. So boom, that's what we was on. That's how we was giving it up. Feel what I'm saying? Hey, hold on real quick. So thought that was my people. So, I'm sorry. So I was like, all right, that's what's up, man. So I took him to the hotel, right? And I was like, you know what? I just finished the project out too. Like, fuck it. I get a room too at that motherfucker. It was the Country Inn Hotel, County or Country Inn Hotel down in Harlingen. About the 3rd or 4th floor. We walk into the hotel. I'm just walking him in there. And he walk up to the desk, and he get to talking to the front desk lady, and he all like, yeah, I need a room for this and that. And she picked up on some shit we was saying that he was trying to throw a party. And she was like, the front desk lady was like, well, no, that's not no parties allowed, like no loud music and stuff like that. You got other guests that might complain. We talking to the lady though, you know what I mean? Like, man, come on. You know what I mean? And she was like, well, I do got one reservation for that floor. I can just put her somewhere else, and that will leave y'all the whole floor to where y'all can be a little louder. And the boy was like, all right, I'll tip you. Thank you. And then he just said it. He said, so if you got the whole floor, he asked her how many rooms is on the floor. And she told him, I don't remember. But he said, let me get the whole half. Let me get half, like when you get off the elevators right in the middle, let me get everything to the right. He said, every room. Me and the lady behind the desk got the same face, like, what? He like, 16 rooms or some shit like that? He got half of the rooms on the floor, literally half. Paid for them all. I'm like, what you finna do with this many rooms, man? And he Mexican, like I said, so he like, oh, you don't know how Mexicans party. He said, I'm finna use one room for each thing. He said, I'm gonna have he went and bought a little blow up pool at Walmart. He said, I'm gonna have a pool in one room. One room gonna be like his personal stuff. He said, he gonna have the liquor all in one room. And pretty much have like a room where like everybody that's coming, like a chill room where everybody just chilling at. If you want liquor, it's over in that room, all this type of shit. He kind of broke it down a little bit to each rooms, and the shit just sounded so fun. I got caught in the moment. I was so proud of him for doing what he did, for completing, for staying and toughing it out, getting this project done. And that's kind of like my lifestyle, my language. I was like, man, I told the lady, spur of the moment shit. I said, you know what? Let me get the other half. You ain't finna ball on me like that. Like, what the fuck? Let me get the other half. We bought the whole floor, man. And, I don't live in Texas. He actually live in Texas. He ain't from the valley or nothing, but he know a lot of people. Like, I don't know nobody there down in that area of Texas. So he brought everybody. I was asking him, like, how many people coming? He was like, oh, about 300. I ain't believe that, boy. Like, 300 people? About 300 motherfucking people came. Nah, it probably wasn't that much. It was a lot. Who counted? Who head counted? That party went crazy. That party went crazy. We stuffed the little door stopper things in each door. So the whole floor, we had every door open. We went to the liquor store and spent so much money on liquor. He had a liquor room on his half of the wing of the floor. I had a liquor room on mine. I had a little freaknik room. Like, hey, you want to get your little freak on? I got a little room, whatever number it was. That's when you go in there, get your little freak on. Like, you know what I'm saying? And we partied like a motherfucker. We kicked it. I had to leave Texas early the next morning, like 5 in the morning. So it was a crazy night, but that was the most baller'est thing I did, was bought a whole half of a floor at a hotel.